Okay, so now everything is okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the topic probably which we should start is the following. Last time we talked about the layer 2, and in layer 2, layer 2, which is, if I show you further, we talk about the 5 layers. And once again, just to recall your memories, that these 5 layers are the following. At the top, which is layer number 5, is the application layer, then is the transport layer, then is the network layer, then is the data link layer, and finally is the physical layer. Furthermore, the data link layer is divided into 2 sublayers. The upper one is called the logical link control layer, and the lower one is called the MAC layer. And the very important task of both these layers is the following. The MAC layer job is it is a sandwich between the network layer and the MAC layer, as you can see here. And the objective is that it should be the network layer, the transport layer, the application layer may be made independent of the technology which is being used as the MAC. And the technology can be, we have seen that the technology can be at this layer. At this layer, the technology can be, for example, the one which we studied is the Ethernet. However, it can be, nowadays we are using Wi-Fi a lot, which may be Bluetooth, for example. It may be frame relay, for example. It may be uh, it may be ATM, for example. So there are numerous technologies, and in WiMAX, for example. So WiMAX, may I write it as well? WiMAX. So these are some of the technologies which are used by the at the MAC layer. But the more important for us is the first two, Ethernet and Wi-Fi. The Ethernet one is again covered in the last class, and the important point of this was 18, if you remember, the 18 bytes header, and in which 18 bytes, the more important is the 8 bytes of 4 bytes of source MAC address and the destination MAC address, if you remember. But if you have any question, I will be happy to respond. So this was all about the layer 2, about the layer 2. Now, if you have a question, I will be happy to respond. And if you don't have a question, then definitely my objective today is about the, but you can correct me whether I am at the right place or कहीं आगे पीछे तो नहीं चला गया. And then is that I should cover the layer 3. I should cover the layer 3. And in layer 3, what is important? In layer 3, the important is IP addressing. IP addressing. It means the job of the layer 3 is addressing, routing, routing, encapsulation, encapsulation, decapsulation, DCAP, decapsulation, and some other functions as well. But these forwarding, these are some of the functions of this layer. Again, in this layer, which is layer 3, the important point is to study IP version 4 and IP version 6. So we have covered all of these details in the ITN course, but here again for you, Saleh and Laiba, this is important for you to understand these topics here. Because why we are studying them? Because you may think about that your objective is cybersecurity. Why I'm studying, for example, Ethernet? Why I'm studying the layer 3 with network layer, the transport layer, application layer? Why we are covering this again? The answer is because we have to secure a network, we have to attack a network. So we have to attack or secure a network. If we don't know the network, definitely neither we can attack nor we can secure it, nor we can defend it, nor we can monitor it, nor we can use the digital forensic, for example. So all of, nor we can do the after the attack procedures. So it is very important to understand the first the network, and then to make it secure, then to make it uh, defend, attack, after attack, what need to be done. It means how the response need to be taken. All of these stuffs will be of interest for you. So that is the reason, as an Salman Saleh, we are studying these topics. But the details are always in the ITN course. Here I will summarize, but I will give you so much detail that if you read it, you will understand these things. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a IP version 4, and in IP version 4, you will see that we will talk about the structure of IPv4, the structure of IPv4, IPv4, first of all, a structure of IPv4. Then we will talk about the public types of IPv4 addresses, types of IPv4 addresses, for addresses. Then we will talk about the classes of IPv4, which are 5, A, B, C, D, E. So we will talk about them, and then we may be interested in how these IP addresses are given to the end nodes, like your computer, my computer, or to the intermediate devices. So this will be again a interesting topic for us. Then our topic might be changed to IP version 6. First of all, the question is why IPv6? First question will be, then definitely the structure of this address as well, structure of IP version 6, IP version 6. Um, to some extent here in the IP version 4, we may also look at, for example, subnetting, and if required, so we may talk about this as well. So these are the structure, and then the types and many things, and very, very important topics these are, no doubt. These are very, very important topics. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first question is the type structure of IPv4. So the structure is, it is a 32-bit address. 32-bit address. Yeah, we have to cover one thing more, very important, and that is the header of IP version 4, and the header of IP version 6 is again very important, because this header is related to the encapsulation and decapsulation. So we must know what is the syntax and semantic of IP version 4 header and IP version 6 header. Clear? Is there any question?
No, sir.
Clear as
No,
per.
sir.
Okay. So here it is, as I said that it is 32-bit. You may wonder that no, I don't agree with this, that it is 32-bit. To show you that if I write here, and you can also write CMD, will open you for you the command prompt, and here you can write ipconfig. You may use /all as well, as I did, and you will find your IP address, which in my case is 192.168.10.0. Sorry, 10.10. 10.10. What about you, Laiba and Soleh? What is your IP address? Can you write in the chat? What you have to do? You have to open the command prompt and you have to write the IP config, and there you will find the your IP address. And if I do in the, for example, if I close this and open the virtual Oracle virtual VM as well, and I go, for example, to Kali, I can go to Ubuntu, I can go to Security Union, I can go to the anyone, because all of them are the Linux distributions we know. So I opened here the Kali for you. Laiba is written 192.168 dot probably 18 dot something. 18.83. What about you? Nice. So it is good that you can find your, what about you, Saleh? So I write here my username and I write my password. And here again, I want to show you my IP address to in the Linux environment as well. So I open the terminal, which I did, and I write IP address. That is one way. And you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, that my Ethernet interface has an IP address of 10.0.2.15/24. So this is an IP address of my Kali machine, which means the Linux machine. I can use if config here, config, sorry, if config, and I can show you my IP address here as well. 10.0.2.15. So two ways. There are numerous ways, not two, but I can show you in Linux as well as in the Windows environment my IP address. So that shows how important it is. Which means in each operating system, my interfaces will have an IP address. Saleh, I didn't got any response from you. Are you with me, Saleh?
सर वॉइस क्लियर नहीं है सर।
साले मैं पूछ ही रहा हूं कि आपकी मशीन का आईपी एड्रेस क्या है। जैसे लाइबा ने बताया, मैंने दो बंदों से पूछा, लाइबा से क्योंकि बाकी लोगों को ये चीजें आती हैं, तो मैंने लाइबा को और साले से पूछा कि आप अपनी मशीन का आईपी एड्रेस मुझे बताएं। तो लाइबा ने बताया कि उसका आईपी एड्रेस जो है वो है 192.168 डॉट समथिंग। So that is important for me that she told me that his IP address is 192.168.18.83. What is yours? अगर आपका क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं कैसे फाइंड करूं,
लिखता हूं
तो
सर।
आप जी जबकि मेरा आईपी एड्रेस 192 अभी आपने देखा 168 डॉट डॉट 10.10 है। चलें जी, कंटिन्यू करते हैं। क्या मेरी आवाज सबको नहीं आ रही है, सिर्फ सौले को इशू है?
नहीं सर, हमें तो क्लियर है।
ओके, साले आपको मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही? ओके, ही लेफ्ट। Probably he was not getting whatever. So can you tell me, Laiba, it is 32 bits or not? जो मैंने कहा कि it is 32 bits address. Do you think that this address, your and mine address, is of 32 bits or not?
Not sure, sir.
Not sure. That I want to listen from you. And instead of this, that I should query with you from you, you may do. Okay. So here is the answer. Here is the answer. Here, Laiba, you can see that your IP address is 192.168.18.83. And all these dots represent octets. So you know that these numbers can range from 0 to 255. And in 0 to 255, it is represented by 8 bits. From 0 to, for example, if I open my whiteboard once again, and if I write here, for example, 8 ones or 8 zeros, here, for example, if I write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or if I write here, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Can you tell me, Laiba, these two digits in binary, if converted into decimal, will be equivalent to what in decimal? I think you know.
The first one is 0 and the last one is 255.
Sure, and you can see that your IP address is also belongs to which is 192.168.18. I'm writing your IP address, which is .83. So these numbers are, all of these four numbers, decimal numbers, are in between 0 and 255. So that's the reason each of these number is represented by 8 bits. So this 192 is representing 8 bits. This 168 is representing 8 bits. This 18 is being represented by 8 bits. And this 83 is being represented by 8 bits. So 4 times 8, which is equivalent to, you can see easily that this is very clearly equal to 32 bits. 32 bits.
Yes, sir.
Agreed or not? Now agreed, Laiba?
Yes, got it.
Nice. Now the question is that I want to show you that this IP address, as I said, I want to show you the structure. So Saleh and Laiba, the structure consists of, initially I will say that IP address is an hierarchical. IP address which we are studying is an hierarchical address. Hierarchical, is an hierarchical address. What it mean by hierarchical address? The answer is, what means by the hierarchical address? The answer is that this, like for example, if you write your postal, I want to send you a letter. I want to write a letter to Saleh and Laiba. For example, if I write to Laiba, what I should write here? Laiba, first of all, I should write on the envelope, I should write Laiba, then Laiba Berg, EERG, then maybe sector, house number, maybe 1, 2, I don't know. House number के बाद it may be street, STREET, street number, and street number maybe again 1, 2, I don't know. Then is the street number, sector, I don't know again, but I say K2, for example. Then I write phase, again I don't know, but I write here phase maybe 1, phase 1, and then I write Hayatabad, and then I write Peshawar, and then I write KPK, Pakistan. If this address is right, I am confident that this letter will reach to Laiba. Am I right or wrong? If I have used the right house number, right street number, right sector, right phase, the remaining I know is right, which is Hayatabad, Peshawar, KPK, Pakistan. So with this address, the letter, which is probably is written by the chairman of your department, will definitely reach to your residence. Why?
Yes,
And
sir.
how it, sure. Now the question is why I call it hierarchical? Why? Because the person in the postal service will look at it is for Pakistan. Then you will see that in Pakistan there are 4 provinces. So one of the provinces is KPK, which is nice. Then in KPK there are multiple cities, towns, villages. So Peshawar is one of the city, nice. Then within Peshawar, Hayatabad is a unique place. Within Hayatabad, the phase 1 is a unique place. Within this phase 1, sector K2, for example, is a unique area. Again, in sector K2, the street number is a unique one. Then within this house, there is a unique house. And then within this house, there is a unique person whose name is Laiba. That's the reason I say this address is hierarchical. So with the hierarchical address, a letter can reach to you. Now, similarly, my IP address is also hierarchical. How? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the reason I say it is hierarchical, because it has 2 parts. And later on I will say 3 parts. And I will be explaining the same today in the lecture as well from 5 to 6:30, Laiba. It has a network part. It has a network part. I will, in the later part, I will say it has a subnet part. It has a subnet part. Subnet part. And then finally it has a host part. Host part. That is not hierarchical. Definitely is hierarchical. First I will search. Sorry. Okay. First I will, any router, I means the router, will search, like for example in this address, it will search the network part. And like here I said that if the letter is coming from the, for example, from Spain, so they will find where? Pakistan. Okay. Then when it will reach to Pakistan, they will find where is KP. When it will reach to KP, they will find where is Peshawar. When it will reach to Peshawar, they will find where is Hyderabad, and so on. So it is hierarchical. Similarly, for example, a packet is been sent for Saleh, and that packet is whose source is again in Spain. So all the routers will only look at the network part, that where this network resides. And here comes the routing part, which will search the network part and will try that this packet, this message may reach to your network, not to you, to your network, because there are thousands and thousands of networks in the world. There is not a single network in the world. There are thousands and thousands of networks. So all the router, where any of the router will receive this message, it will try that it should reach not to you, Saleh, but with me not to you mean not to your computer, but to the network to which you belong. Once it reaches to your network, for example, you are sitting in UET Peshawar. So UET Peshawar has a network part. When it will reach to your UET Peshawar, then it will look at where this, if there are subnets, in which subnet Saleh is residing. So it will, among the, maybe there are 100 subnets within UET Peshawar. So among these 100, it will send this message to one of them to whom you belong. And once it reaches to your subnet, then it will find that there might be 100 nodes there. Where is Saleh? Where is Laiba? So do you think I'm wrong? It is exactly the same which is being done for your postal service. This address is again exactly this behaves like exactly the same. However, Saleh, even if I remove this subnet part, because in the beginning we don't tell the students about the three parts, we normally say that it has two parts. One is the network part, address has a network part and a host part. जी कुछ बात समझ में आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
ओके अब आपका क्वेश्चन ये होगा कि अगर ये आईपी एड्रेस है लाइबा का, तो फिर इसमें नेटवर्क पार्ट मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा, या राउटर को कैसे पता चलेगा, या किसी भी मशीन को कैसे पता चलेगा कि इसमें नेटवर्क का पार्ट कौन सा है और होस्ट का पार्ट? बिकॉज द होल एड्रेस इज ऑफ 32 बिट्स. वी हैव जस्ट सीन दैट द होल एड्रेस इज ऑफ 32 bits. So if the first 16, the leftmost 16 bits are for the network, then definitely the rightmost 16 bit will be for the host. If the leftmost 24 bit is for the host, sorry, for the network, then the remaining 8, because the total is 32, no doubt. The total is 32. No doubt. So, ladies and gentlemen, how we will find this? So, I have explained this previously, but I am explaining again. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see in my address, in both I will show you in the Windows as well as in the Linux environment. Here you can see there is another address which is called subnet mask. Which is called subnet mask, and that subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And if I show you in Kali, I will write here Kali, and here is the subnet mask, which in Linux we call it net mask. Net mask, again the same, 255.255.255.0. You understand, Laiba and Saleh, that this 255, 255, 255 in binary is equivalent to 8 ones 3 times, because I have just,
Yes, sir.
you know, that this 32-bit net mask or subnet mask is 24 ones and 8 zeros. This is equivalent to 24 ones and 8 zeros. Agreed or not?
Agree, sir.
Agreed.
Yes.
Very right, Riji. Now, if you agree with me, I have shown you on both the platforms, on the Linux platform as well as on the Windows platform. So my IP address is, if for example, I write here this subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0. And if I write it in binary, it is equivalent to 11111111. And this will be repeated 3 times. 11111111 dot 11111111, and the last 8 bits are all zeros, because in binary it is 0. So I write here dot and then 00000000 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. I hope there is no confusion. The above one is in decimal. That's the reason we call it dotted decimal, because there are decimals and in between the decimals we have the dots. That's the reason this type of addressing is called dotted decimal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I converted this dotted decimal in binary. Now what I do? I again take the same address which is of Laiba, because unfortunately Saleh haven't shared with his IP address with us.
सर शेयर किया है वो काली पर जिस तरह आपने किया है वही शेयर किया सर मैंने.
Acha. So, ladies and gentlemen, the IP address of, for example, of Laiba is 192.168. If I am wrong, please correct me in Laiba. Dot 18, probably. Dot 18. Dot 83. 18.83. Again, I want to convert it into binary. Two ways. One way is that I should tell you the simple method, and the second method is, very rightly Saleh have written that his IP address is 10.0.2.15/24. This is in the Kali. And if you are watching me on Windows, you can tell me your Windows IP address as well, which will be definitely different, maybe. Okay. If I convert this, and for this you will go Saleh to CMD, and here you will write IP config space/all, and you can get your IP address and subnet masks, as you can see on my screen as well. These two lines represent my IP address and subnet mask. IP address and subnet mask. I hope you can see I have highlighted that for you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to convert it into binary. How it can be done? Simple. Very simple is that I should use the calculator, but I will never prefer to use the calculator. So I will prefer to use the what? My technique. And technique is that you have 8 digits. So your leftmost digit, the most leftmost, has a weight of 128, because you have learned in your DLD course that your first bit has a power 2 to the power 0, which means 1. The next one is 2 to the power 1, which is 2. 2 to the power, the next one, 2 to the power 2, which is 4. So which means the weight of each bit is either 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, 32, 64, and 128. Simple. Are you agreeing with me, Saleh and Laiba? So that's the reason when my bit has a 192, my value of decimal value is 192. So the first should be 128. I will start with 190. This one bit is 128. 128 plus 64 is 192. Am I right? The second one will be, and if you want to use a calculator, even you can, I will not use for binary conversion, just to make you understand, that is important for me, that if I have 128 plus 64, it is equivalent to 192. So which means the first 2 bits should be equal to 1, and the rest 6 should be equal to zeros. Simple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 192. Well, if you don't believe, I can show you on the calculator now. Instead of the scientific calculator, I use the programmable calculator, and I write here 192. Ladies and gentlemen, in the binary you can see it is equal to 11 6 zeros, 11 00 00 00. So as compared to the calculator, I'm quicker, which is good. After this, the next digit is 168. 168 means that the first digit should be 1, which is 128. 128. Good, Saleh. You showed me your Windows IP address as well, which is 192.168.56.1. Excellent. So now I want to convert 168. Ladies and gentlemen, the first digit is 128. The second is 64. अगर 64 इसमें ऐड करूं तो 192 हो गया, जो कि बढ़ जाएगा, इसलिए the second digit should be equal to 0. अब अगर इसमें 32 ऐड करूं तो 128 plus 32 is 160. Good. बाकी क्या रहेगा 8. अभी ये 32 है, ये 16 के बाद ये 8, फिर ये 4 2 1. It is 168. How it is? Learn this simple practice. Then it is 18. Then it is Laiba's case is 18. तो 128 भी 0 होगा, 64 भी 0 होगा, 32 भी 0 हो गया, 32 के बाद 16, तो 16 वाला 1, 16 के बाद 8 होगा तो वो 0 होगा, 8 के बाद 4 भी 0, 2 1 और 0. So this is equal to 18. How easy it is. Saleh and Laiba, do a practice. And if you don't agree with me again, I can show you in the calculator that I write here 18, and in binary it is equal to 0001 0010. You can see here I also have 0001 0010. So I can say I am smarter than the calculator. That's the reason, क्योंकि जब आप एग्जाम दे रहे होंगे तो यू विल नॉट हैव ए कैलकुलेटर, तो इसलिए अपनी आदत बना लें टू वर्क विद दीज नंबर्स. और ऐसे भी इंजीनियर का ज़हन चलना चाहिए. इंजीनियर का ज़हन जो है वो मेडिकल वालों की तरह नहीं होना चाहिए. एंड द लास्ट वन इज 83. लेट मी डू दिस. 83 is equal to 128 will be 0, 64 will be 1. 64 के बाद 16 इसमें ऐड करूं तो 64 के बाद 32 के बाद 16 तो ये हो गया 80 के बाद 8 4 2 1. How easy it is. Am I right or wrong? Laiba and Saleh. So
Yes, sir.
sorry. कितना easy है.
Yes, sir.
Now what you need to do? And these two numbers. What you should do? End them. The ending, you know. For the ending, you know that 1 and 1 is equal to 1. And the rest is 0. 1 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. And finally 0 and 0 is 0. There is no confusion at all here. So if it is right, then if I do, wherever there will be a 1, it will be a 1. If both are 1s, as you can see here. And if any one of them is 0, the output will be 0. So it will become 1 1, and then there are 6 zeros in the second number. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. dot 110.101.000.000.000 dot 000.10010 dot 000000000. Agreed or wrong? Agreed or not? The ending of these two binary numbers is equivalent to this. Wherever you have A, and on the right you can see I have given you the label where you can see where it should be 1 and where it should be 0. And if I convert this number into binary, into decimal again, it will be equivalent to 192.168.18.0. The first one is 192, the second one is 168, the third one is 18, and the last is equal to 0. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, is the network address of LIBA's computer. This is the network address of LIBA's computer. Sorry. And the host part is host part of LIBA, which means the LIBA's computer host address is 83. What happens? Whenever we send something to LIBA, the computer will perform this ending process and will find the network address of LIBA. And all the computers, routers on the way will use this address, and finally it will reach to LIBA's network. When it will reach to the LIBA's network, it will find that the host part is 83, because other IP host parts being probably may be used by LIBA's brother, by LIBA's sister, by LIBA's other family members. But LIBA is using .83. That's the reason this conversation, this audio video lecture is only reaching to LIBA and not to anyone else. It means not to his brother, for example, or to her sister, for example. What about you, LIBA and Soleh? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So that's the reason we are explaining that the network layer, first of all, the network layer basic jobs are addressing, because this is the address of Soleh and LIBA, due to which they are getting my video conversation. So this is addressing. I will show you what mean by encapsulation and decapsulation, and what mean by the routing. I explain again. By at least you understood what mean by addressing. So this 32-bit, giving a 32-bit to a host is called addressing. Then what mean by encapsulation? Probably I explained it many times, that if we plot these 5 layers, if we show these 5 layers here again, so what will happen? That the application layer will generate a message. I repeatedly explain this to the students. Once this message, maybe my audio, maybe my video, maybe my screenshot. So when this is given to the lower layer, which is in this case the transport layer, so the transport layer, ladies and gentlemen, will receive this message, and will add to it its own header, which means the control information. Then the transport layer will hand over this, this something, which is, may I call as the segment. or may I call as the payload, to the next layer, which is the network layer which we are studying. So this complete message will be received by the here. This is all this is here. Now it will add its own header to it. Then the network layer, I am showing by different colors. The network layer will give it to the transport layer, and the transport layer will receive the complete payload. It is here, and it will add its own header and maybe the trailer, which we have covered in the last class. And then this will be given to the next layer, where it will be converted into the voltage levels, which means the signals, and these signals will propagate onto the medium. So the process of adding these headers is called encapsulation. So because this network layer is also adding the header, that's the reason we have seen here that this layer performs encapsulation. Is it clear? Salman, is it clear? Laiba, Saleh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Then is the and definitely when this packet will be received by the destination or by the intermediate nodes, I mean the routers, they will read this header. For example, if I plot a node here, if I plot it here again, which is, let me say that this is the destination, and if it is the destination, here again it will be the 5 different layers, the same 5 layers like here. And now here is the physical layer, here is the data link layer, here is the network layer, here is the transport layer, and finally is the application layer. So this will be received here by the physical layer. Physical layer will convert it into the bits back, which is called decoding. Here it was encoded into the signal. Now it will be decoded, and these bits will be given. A frame will be given, which means this frame will be received by the destination. This is the source. Here is the source, and here is the destination. Like my computer in this case is the source, and your computer is the destination. So ladies and gentlemen, now what it will do? It will receive exactly the same. Exactly the same. Here the message, here is the trailer, and here is the header. Ladies and gentlemen, it will read this header and trailer, and whatever written in the header and trailer, the system will understand, which means the data link layer will understand this, will act accordingly, and once it acts, it will remove this part. It will remove the header and the trailer. Now only this part, the remaining part, will reach to the upper layer. So it has, as you can see here, it again has a header, this header. So it will read this header again, act accordingly, which means whatever is written in the header, it will act accordingly and will remove it. I show the removal by the green color. This is removed. So the removal is called, this removal is called decapsulation. So again, the network layer, which is the topic today, is removing the header. So that's the reason we say it is encapsulating here at the source, and at the destination it is removing, meaning decapsulating. So you understood addressing, you understood encapsulation, you understood decapsulation, and the last one is the routing. Routing is finding the best path, because we have seen many times, and again I can show you that if I want to reach to, for example, may I give him power? Give me a minute. So I am here. Okay, so the power issue is resolved. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I was saying. That if my packet is arriving you, so my computer and your computer are not directly connected to one another. For example, if I write here ping and I write ping and I ping, for example, www.cisco.com. So you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the address of cisco.com. 104.111.198.247. Anyhow, Saleh, what do you think? How my computer got this IP address? How I can say that this IP address belongs to Cisco? Shabash. How, Laiba? How I can say that this address belongs to Cisco? Salman, how I can say that this address belongs to Cisco?
सर हमने इधर पिंग लिख के है ना सर pingcisco.com तो जिस तो इसका एड्रेस पे पिंग हो रहा है सर तो इसलिए हमें पता चल गया कि सिस्को का एड्रेस है
ये
क्योंकि
हमें
रिप्लाई
इसलिए
उसी
पता
सर्वर
चला कि हमें डीएनएस सर्वर है हमारे नेटवर्क में एक अदर डीएनएस सर्वर है, उसने ये cisco.com रिसीव किया मुझसे और मुझे इसका आईपी एड्रेस लौटा दिया। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं कि ये 104 का एड्रेस सिस्को का है। That has been done by the DNS machine. And if you want to see this DNS machine, here is the information. DNS. You can see here 192.168.10.1. This is the machine whose job is to resolve the names, the URLs into the IP address. Otherwise, sorry, no communication will be possible. Agreed, Saleh and Laiba?
Got it, sir.
शाबाश। तो दिस इज द मशीन। जब भी हम यहां पे लिखते हैं कुछ भी, मिसाल के तौर पे आई राइट हेयर www.facebook.com. Sorry, computer doesn't understand facebook.com, youtube.com. It only understands in this address. And for this, like for example, I write here facebook.com and I say enter, and you will see in a minute that the Facebook page is there. And if I click here login, I will be inside the Facebook. Now the question is, what is the address of this Facebook? So if I write here again, ladies and gentlemen, if I write here ping www.facebook.com, so you will see again an IP address which is 157.240.227.35. This is the address, IP version 4 address of Facebook. But ladies and gentlemen, my Facebook might be in US, but now you know I am not in US. I am in Peshawar with you. And if I write here, for example, trace RT, you can also write, for example, 157, which is the address of the 240.227.35. It is the IP address of Facebook. So I write here, oh sorry, I wrote here the wrong spelling. It is trace RT, TRACE, trace RT, and I say, so please, फिर भी इसको गलत मिला नहीं, अब ठीक मिला. So ladies and gentlemen, you can see that my machine, my computer is not directly connected to this Facebook. First of all, my packet, as you have seen just now, that this is my gateway. This is my 192.168.10.1 is my gateway. जैसे मिसाल के तौर पे अगर अभी कोई मैं बाहर जाना चाहूं अपने घर से, तो I will rush towards my gate. So similarly, this packet, when I send this to this, which is the Facebook address. So first of all, I went to my gateway. Then the gateway sent me to 182.176.0.102, another machine, maybe the PTCL machine. Then to 10.4.1.182. Then I'm in wait, probably, sorry. Okay. The fifth one is 182.184.1.141. Fifth one is, you can see on my screen, 10 dot something. Sixth one is again 10.253. The sixth one is this one, a MTC, which is 157.240. Then to 129.134.96.127, then 157, and finally I reached to 157.240.227.35, which is the IP address of facebook.com. So ladies and gentlemen, it took 11 nodes, 11 hops we call it, which means my computer is not connected. I am 100% correct that my computer is not directly connected by a wire with the Facebook. It is connected via these 11 or 10. After 10 hops, I will reach to, on the 11 hop, I will reach to Facebook. Now the question is, why these 11 hops? Why? Because there are millions of nodes. Why not others? Because the routers, these machines, have found a shortest path, a best path from my computer to the Facebook computer. This phenomenon is called routing. So this is again done based upon this address, because I provided, as you can see here, I provided him this address. So routing is again based upon the address. So I hope that you understood what mean by encapsulation, decapsulation, addressing, routing. 4 tasks of layer 3. Can I say
Yes,
this,
sir.
that you understood it? मैं normally दिलावेज और एसेंस से नहीं पूछ रहा, because I know they have covered a complete course on it. सलमान ने भी कोर्स किया हुआ है इस पे, लेकिन फिर भी अगर कहीं भी आपको फील हो कि जी इट इज आई एम नॉट, मतलब कहीं पे कंफ्यूजन है, बी बोल्ड. ठीक है, कोई टेंशन की बात नहीं है. So ladies and gentlemen, so this is your routing. So I explained all of them, and for this routing, your routers use different routing algorithms, protocols. For example, again they are on the network layer. These protocols are available on the network layer. For example, RIP, OSPF, and there are different versions of OSPF and RIP. There may be EIGRP, there may be RIP, there may be BGP. So these are the different routing protocols which routers use to find a best path to the destination. That's the reason my Facebook, I sent a packet to the Facebook and it is received by the Facebook. and that's the reason Facebook responded me back that Facebook, I send a packet to Facebook, and you can see here, this is the address of Facebook, and I sent him 4 packets, and the statistics show me that 4 packets were sent, all 4 were received, no loss. So why it reaches to Cisco, or why it reaches to Facebook, or why it reaches to YouTube? Because the routing procedure, the routing algorithms are there which find the best path from any source to any destination in the world. जी, तो you will be amazed कि किस तरह ये काम करता है, लेकिन ये करता है. They share information with one another, and finally they find a path to every destination. और अगर नहीं होती normally, तो it sends the packet to the gateway. अगर मेरे पास किसी का भी नहीं है तो आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे मेरे पास ये मैं वही दोबारा आईपी कॉन्फ़िग दिखा रहा हूँ. दिस इज माय गेटवे. देखा पहला हॉप मेरा ये था 10.1. यहाँ पर भी आप देख सकते हैं क्योंकि मेरे फेसबुक मेरे लोकल नेटवर्क में नहीं है, तो इसलिए मैंने ये पैकेट किसको भेज दिया, मैंने ये पैकेट आप देख सकते हैं मैंने अपने गेटवे को भेज दिया. सो दिस इज हाउ दिस प्रोसीजर, दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क occurs. Okay, so then is the, as I said, ये source से पैकेट आता है, and then this packet in the form of the signals, not in the form of the bits. Do remember, these are not 1 and zeros on the channel. On the channel we have the voltage levels, or maybe the light intensity if it is the optical network, because you understand that either we have electrical signals or we have the optical signals, and then it is changed. If it is optical, it is converted back into electrical, and then it is given to the physical layer, and then to the data link layer, and so on. It finally reaches from the source to the destination. This is the source suit and this is the destination suit. Is there any question from you, Laiba and Soleh?
No, sir.
Good. Then is the, as I said, encapsulation. So adding of this control, I will show you what control information is added. But addition of this control information, as you have seen in the whiteboard, on the whiteboard, that some control information is added on each layer. And we have seen this on my last lecture last week, that the Ethernet was adding extra 18 bytes. This was the header. Today I will show you the IP header, 20 bytes. How many bytes? 20 bytes. So adding of these bytes is called encapsulation, and removing of these 20 bytes when it has been processed, executed, is called decapsulation. Very simple. Let me explain you. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, these are the 3 characteristics or 4 characteristics of the IP. Number 1, it is connectionless. मैंने लास्ट वीक भी एक्सप्लेन किया था कि कनेक्शनलेस का मतलब ये होता है कि जिस तरह आप लेटर बॉक्स में, कभी लेटर बॉक्स में डाला है लेटर बॉक्स में लेटर डाला है, कभी किसी को खत लिखा?
सर
आज की जनरेशन को नहीं पता कि
जी सर,
आपके सामने जीपीओ है. आपके यूनिवर्सिटी में अगर आप देखते तो इलेक्ट्रिकल डिपार्टमेंट से जो ही आप एग्जिट करते थे, एग्जिट गेट से बाहर जाते हैं, सामने ही आपको पोस्ट मॉल नजर आता था. और अगर उस पोस्ट मॉल को आप देखें तो वहां पे कुछ बॉक्सेस लगे हुए थे जिसको लेटर बॉक्स कहते हैं, उसमें अगर आप चाहें तो अगर मिसाल के तौर पे लाइव दिलावेज जो है अपने कजन एहसन को कोई लेट करेंगे, एक पेशावर में है और आजकल तो माशाल्लाह एकदम व्हाट्सएप करते हैं ना, लेकिन हम जब थे तो हमारे पास व्हाट्सएप, उस वक्त व्हाट्सएप नहीं होता था, उस वक्त ईमेल नहीं होती थी, उस वक्त फेसबुक नहीं होता था, इसलिए हम कहते हैं कि हम वो जनरेशन है जिसने वो दिन भी देखे जबकि कम्युनिकेशन करने के लिए प्रॉब्ली दो ही तरीके होते थे, एक चीप और दूसरा एक्सपेंसिव। चीप मेथड ही होता था कि खत लिखो। अभी भी आपको जब आपको मिल जाएगी, अब अगेन आजकल ईमेल के जरिए आपको इन्फॉर्म कर दिया जाता है, लेकिन बाज केसेस में स्पेशली गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो होती हैं वो आपको एक अदद लेटर भेजेंगी, जो कि हो सकता है टीसीएस के जरिए आए, हो सकता है कि पाकिस्तान पोस्ट के जरिए आए, ठीक है ना। तो उसमें क्या होता है कि जब आप लेटर डालते हैं, मिसाल के तौर पे आपने उनको कोई गलत अपना पोस्टल एड्रेस दे दिया है, तो उन्होंने तो वही लिख देना है, और ये लिखकर टीसीएस को या लेपर्ड को या पाकिस्तान पोस्ट को दे देना है। लेकिन उन्होंने कभी ये नहीं चेक करना कि क्या वाकई इसके ऊपर कोई डेस्टिनेशन भी है या नहीं है, और क्या वो डेस्टिनेशन ये लेटर रिसीव करने के लिए एग्रीएबल भी है कि नहीं है। तो बस बिल्कुल हमारा आईपी भी इसी तरह का है। हमारा आईपी भी ये एड्रेस, ये आईपी प्रोटोकॉल यानी नेटवर्क लेयर कभी भी ये नहीं देखती कि क्या ये डेस्टिनेशन कहीं भी जहां भी है, चाहे वो अमेरिका में है, चाहे वो स्पेन में है, चाहे वो पोर्टुगल में है, चाहे वो फ्रांस में है, जर्मनी में है, लक्समबर्ग में है, स्वीडन में है भी कि नहीं है, क्या कोई डेस्टिनेशन इसको रिसीव करने के लिए रेडी भी है, एग्रीएबल भी है कि नहीं है। तो आईपी डजंट केयर, आईपी डज नॉट टेक केयर ऑफ दिस, never think about this. That's the reason we say IP is connectionless. That's the reason we say IP is best effort. क्या मतलब बेस्ट एफर्ट का? बेस्ट एफर्ट का मतलब यह है कि आप हर प्रोटोकॉल, हर मेथड, हर एल्गोरिथम अपनी तरफ से कोशिश करेगा कि डेस्टिनेशन को मिल जाए तो गुड, ना मिले तो नो वरीज। जैसे पोस्टल सर्विस करती है, आप एक लेटर डाल के कल अपने किसी दोस्त को डाल दें, तो पोस्टल सर्विस विल ट्राई इट बेस्ट कि जी इट शुड रीच टू द डेस्टिनेशन, बट इफ फॉर सम रीजन द लेटर इज लॉस्ट, nobody cares. That is the reason, ladies and gentlemen, we call it best effort, or we call it unreliable. It means there is no reliability that it will reach to the destination. So IP doesn't care about that. So 3 points मैंने explain कर दिए. It is connectionless, it is best effort, it is unreliable, and the final one is it is media independent. What do you mean by media independent? Which means, for example, I am sending my audio, video, sharing screen with you, but I know that I am connected via wireless. As you can see here, that this my IP address, when I did my IP config/all, and you also did the same, you can see that I have different interfaces, and the interface which I am showing to you again and again is Wi-Fi. Wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi. ये जो IP मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, ये IP address belongs to this Wi-Fi interface. So my packet is going on air, where? Up to the router, and then it moves through the copper wire optical line and reaches to the PTCL, and then from PTCL it will take many opticals, many copper, and finally it is reaching to you. So ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter, the IP is not bothering about whether it will go to on wireless, copper, copper means UTP or STP, or maybe fiber, maybe air. So it isn't independent. It doesn't bother, it doesn't take care of this, or it is not worried about this. That's the reason we say that it is IP is media independent. The LLC layer talks to the network layer, but it takes the data from the network layer, and LLC knows that which protocol, which technology is there. In my case, the technology is Wi-Fi. Mostly, probably you will also have the Wi-Fi, but you may be on a wired network, which is Ethernet. Which is Ethernet. Okay, do you got all of these points? Connectionless, best effort, unreliable, media independent, or not? Especially probably शायद 9:30 बजे के करीब always साले हमसे हट जाता है, शायद कि वहाँ उनके इलाके में कोई लोड शेडिंग वगैरह होती हो जिसकी वजह से, लेकिन अल्दो के आजकल तो पेशावर में नहीं है, लेकिन एनी हाउ देयर मे बी सम प्रॉब्लम विद हिम. But I think that Laiba is understanding that these are the characteristics, these are the features of IP. फिर आप कहेंगे कि अगर ये सारे काम ये नहीं करता तो इसकी जरूरत क्या है? पहले बता दिया, इसकी जरूरत 4 है कि it provide you address, it provide you routing, it provide you encapsulation and decapsulation. It is not the worry of the IP layer or the network layer to provide you a connection or the reliability or the it should take care of the medium. Taking the care of the medium is the job of the LLC and then the MAC. तो हर एक का अपना एक काम होता है, और यही बेहतरीन काम होता है कि आप अपने काम से काम रखें. जैसे कि हम लोगों में भी मसला ये है कि हम में से सारे लोग जो हैं वो जो दिलावेज ने अपनी डीपी रखी हुई है उसी के बारे में बात करना पसंद करते हैं, लेकिन अपने काम के बारे में बात करना पसंद नहीं करते. क्यों दिलावेज? हम लोगों में ये मसला है ना?
सर मसला तो है, लेकिन सियासत से तो कम से कम हमारा ताल्लुक है ही, डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली, बाकी किसी काम से हो ना हो.
लेकिन सियासत में चले, लेकिन हम लोगों का कुछ ज्यादा ही होता है. मतलब अगर आप बाहर का दुनिया में कभी जाके तो बात करें ना, तो बड़े उससे ऐसे ही पूछ लें कि जी आपका वजीर खारजा कौन है या आपका वजीर दाखिला कौन है, शायद उसको भी नहीं पता होगा, क्योंकि दे ओनली टेक केयर ऑफ देयर ओन वर्क. उनको अपने काम का सब कुछ पता है, उनको दूसरों के काम में कोई दखल लेने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. कहीं आप टॉक्स में देख लें, इवन आप अपने शायद बाज ऐसे लोग आते हैं जो आपके सेलिब्रिटीज होते हैं, उनसे पूछ लें कि फलाना वजीर कौन है या फलाना का गवर्नर कौन है बलूचिस्तान का. अगर मैं आपसे पूछ लूं कि उसका बलूचिस्तान का गवर्नर कौन है, प्रॉब्ली यू विल आपको भी नहीं पता होगा शायद, अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड इन पॉलिटिक्स नहीं है तो.
सर इंटरेस्टेड तो हूँ सर, मुझे लगता है कि सियासत के साथ कम से कम होना चाहिए, बाकी ना भी हो.
हाँ, लेकिन बाकी में कम से कम ना हो.
जी, बाकी के साथ ही होना चाहिए. बिल्कुल सर.
ये तो यहाँ पर भी यही कल्चर लिया गया है, यही मकसद, मेरा सारी बात कहने का मकसद ये है कि हर लेयर का अपना एक काम है, क्योंकि कनेक्शन बनाना जो है दैट इज द जॉब ऑफ द ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर. तो व्हाई द आईपी शुड टेक केयर ऑफ दिस. प्रोवाइडिंग रिलायबिलिटी इज द जॉब ऑफ द ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर. व्हाई दिस लेयर शुड टेक केयर. तो दूसरों के काम में ये मेथड्स हमारे जो हैं, जो कि मैं नॉर्मली कहता हूं कि गोरों के तरीका है कि वो अपने काम से काम रखते हैं, वो दूसरे के काम में कभी भी दखल अंदाजी या उसके ऊपर कमेंट बला बला ये चीजें करना पसंद नहीं करते. मैं कई साल तक बाहर रहा और मैंने यही देखा कि वो अपनी, और इसलिए वो बड़े पुरसुकून होते हैं. तो कहने का मकसद ये नहीं है, मेरा मकसद ये है कि आईपी ये काम जब नहीं करता तो वो अपने काम कर रहा होता है, इसलिए दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. गॉट इट लाइबा?
Yes, sir.
नाइस. देन ये जस्ट उसकी एनालॉजी दे रहा है कि कनेक्शनलेस का क्या मतलब है कि आपने एक लेटर बॉक्स में डाल दिया, अब ये पहुंचता है, ये पहले से डेस्टिनेशन से नहीं पूछा गया, पहले तो ये नहीं दे पता कि ये उस डेस्टिनेशन तक पहले कोई कनेक्शन, जैसे मिसाल के तौर पे इफ यू यूज द मोबाइल, if you use the mobile, you dial a number and then your mobile and the system first, before sending a single hello, for example, if I dial the number of SN, so SN will receive a ring. What it means? It means that the system has checked whether SN is there or not, and then give an option to SN either to press the red button or the green button. The green button means that he is willing, and the red button means he is not willing. So it means that's the reason we call it connection oriented. It is not connectionless, your mobile. But when you send an email, it never happens like this. Or when you send a WhatsApp message, it never happens like this. It is only sent with the hope that it will reach. The connection is never first made, and then the willingness of the destination is checked. Agreed? अगर नहीं तो मैं अभी एसन का नंबर पूछ के उसको एक रिंग पास करता हूं, उसके मोबाइल पे रिंग आना शुरू हो जाएगी. That is showing that the system is making a connection from my mobile to the mobile of the SN. So that's the reason. So, and giving an option of the green button. The green button press means that he is willing, and if you press the red button, it will tell the system that SN is not willing. That's the reason we say it is connection oriented, but our network is connectionless. It means our network means the computer network, we mean the internet is connectionless. Correct, everyone? No initial exchange, something happens at the IP layer which will ensure that the destination is there and willing. Sorry, no. Then is the best effort. By best effort, I mean, let it be that I have 3 packets from the source to the destination, but for example, 2 of them reached, one is lost, where I don't know in any of these nodes, any of the intermediate nodes. So what I should call it? Best effort, which means unreliable. Like for example, if let it be 10,000 people put the letter in the letter box, among these 10,000, 9,999 is received, 1 is lost or 2 are lost. What I will call to this system then? Unreliable. It means sometime it may reach or it may not reach. So the same is with the IP. Then is the media independent. As I said earlier, that you send a packet first took the copper medium, then a serial cable, then a optical fiber, then a wireless. So which means IP is not worried about which medium, for which medium I should make my message, my packet. No. That's the reason we say that it is media independent. Whatever the medium is, no worries for the IP, which is good point. Now we come to, ladies and gentlemen, to a very important part, and that is the IP header. As I showed you earlier, that whenever IP will receive a packet, the network layer will receive a packet, it will add a 20 bytes to it. So adding of these 20 bytes is called encapsulation. We know now is called encapsulation. So what are in these 20 bytes? It means what is the syntax and semantic, which means what is the order and meaning of these 20 bytes. Let me explain you. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 20 bytes which are there. Where they are, let me show you. I hope you can see on the screen now 20 bytes. On the right, 20 bytes. What are these 20 bytes? You can see 4 bytes, then 8 bytes, 12 bytes, 16 bytes, 20 bytes. Each row we normally call it a word. So there are 5 words. Each word is equal to 4 bytes. So ladies and gentlemen, the first 4 bit represent the version. By version it means either the packet will belong to IP version 4 or it will belong to IP version 6. If I can show you further, ladies and gentlemen, here, for example, if I write here ns lookup, you can also write ns lookup www.siemens. You know, Siemens is one of the biggest, is a big company in the IT world, siemens.com. So you can see some of the IP address of Siemens belongs to IP version 4, while some of the addresses belongs to IP version 6. So we mean the packet may be for version 4 or for version 6. अगर हम ये IP लें, Control C, ping, OV, Belgian failure. Okay, my computer is for version 4, so it is expecting it doesn't work with IP version 6, no problem, but it has a dual boot. It should work, and I will let you know how it works. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so the job of this version is to tell whether it is an IP version 4 or IP version 6. क्यों नहीं काम किया इसने? क्योंकि मेरे पास IP वर्जन 6 का एड्रेस नहीं है, मेरे पास IP वर्जन 4 का एड्रेस है. आपने देखा कि मेरे पास IP वर्जन 4 है, ये देख लें. अगर मेरे पास ये जो अभी मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगा, अच्छा वो तो है ही नहीं, साले है ही नहीं, ठीक है, लेकिन कल लाइबा क्लास मिस नहीं करनी, हम ये IP वर्जन 6 शुरू करेंगे, ठीक है, तो फिर मुझे यहाँ पढ़ाने में आसानी होगी. तो यू कैन सी हियर द वर्जन, तो वर्जन इज टू ईदर अ 4 और a 6. तो लाजमी तौर पे एक अगर IP डेटाग्राम आता है, IP पैकेट आता है, तो क्या उसको IP वर्जन 4 के हवाले किया जाए या वर्जन 6 के हवाले किया जाए. देन इज द इंटरनेट हेडर लेंथ, again 4 bits, which tells how many bits, which tells what is the size of this header. You can see here by default it is 20 bytes, but it can be more because you know it is 4 bits. It is from it can have a range from 0 to 15. So normally you will find here 5. 5 means 5 words, which means 20 bytes, but it can be more. So that's the reason there is need of the header length. Then is this DS, differentiated service, which is used for quality of service. If you want to give a special treatment to a certain message or a packet, it can be given through this DSCP, differentiated service code point. 6 bits, and 2 bits are for congestion notification, explicit congestion notification. Congestion means if the memory, which means the buffer, temporary memory, becomes full and the packets start dropping. Just they can, there is a, let it be that there is a cup and I'm pouring water into it. A time will come that it will become full, and even if I pour more water, it will start dropping down. ये क्या होना शुरू हो जाएगा? बाहर गिरना शुरू हो जाएगा. एंड दैट फिनोमेना इन दी, अगर आप पानी की बजाय आप assume करें कि आई एम पुटिंग द बाइट्स हियर, so this buffer will become full after a certain time. And if I put more buffer, more bytes, definitely they will drop down. And that phenomena is called congestion. And that need to be the prior nodes need to be informed that packets are being dropped, please slow down. So this is called explicit congestion notification. Then is the total length. Total length means the length of this header, the length of this header, the length of this header plus this payload. The sum of these two is called total length. The header plus the payload. This is your payload. PL. Payload. So here it will be shown payload. Yeah, total length. The length of the header as well as the payload. Payload is here. Here the payload will start. Then is the, I will explain to you the second word, but first I will explain you the third word, which is called time to live. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen here as well time to live, TTL. TTL. This is called the time to live. Again, it means how many hops this packet can go, but if this packet, even it doesn't reach to this destination, after even 58 bytes, 58 hops, the packet will be dropped. This is called the hop limit. I may call it rightly, the word should be hop limit. Although TTL meaning jo deta hai, it sounds like that it is time to live. Something time, maybe millisecond, microsecond, second. No, wrongly said. It is the number of hops. By number of hops mean, here you have seen that we sent a packet to the Cisco, so to the Facebook, for example. Here you have seen that we sent a packet to the Facebook and it took 11 hops. तो अगर इसके पैकेट के अंदर लिखा होता फॉर एग्जांपल 5, तो ये यहां पे आके ड्रॉप हो जाता, यहां आकर 5 के बाद ड्रॉप हो जाता. क्यों क्या होता, यहां पे इसके अंदर 5 लिखा हुआ था, इसने 1 डिक्रीमेंट किया तो यहां पे आया तो 4 लिखा हुआ था. जब यहां पे आया तो इसने और एक 1 डिक्रीमेंट किया तो 3, यहां पे आया तो 2, यहां पे आया तो 1, यहां पे आया तो 0. जब 0 हुआ तो उसने इसको ड्रॉप कर दिया. आप कहेंगे ड्रॉप करवाने का फायदा क्या है, इतनी खुशी किस बात की? द आंसर इज कि अगर कोई भी आप गलत आईपी दे दें, ये डेस्टिनेशन किसी का है ही नहीं फॉर एग्जांपल, और मैं इसको पैकेट भेज दूं, तो आपको पता है दुनिया में अराउंड मोर देन 20 बिलियन डिवाइसेस हैं. हर डिवाइस अगर एक एक पैकेट भी गलत भेजे तो हमारा नेटवर्क में हर रोज 20 बिलियन पैकेट ऐड हो जाएंगे जिसकी कोई डेस्टिनेशन नहीं है. तो एक दिन में 20 बिलियन, 2 दिन में 40 बिलियन, 3 दिन में 60 बिलियन. नेटवर्क चोक, नेटवर्क में सही ट्रैफिक के लिए जगह ही नहीं होगी. इसलिए जरूरी है कि अगर कोई गलत पैकेट आ जाए तो एक खास नंबर ऑफ हॉप्स कवर करने के बाद उसको ड्रॉप कर दिया जाए. इसलिए हमने ये टीटीएल की फील्ड इसमें रखी हुई है, टाइम टू लिव. फिर इसके बाद है प्रोटोकॉल. प्रोटोकॉल का मतलब है लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, प्रोटोकॉल का मतलब है कि इस लाजमी तौर पे अगर ये आईपी का हेडर है तो इसके ऊपर अगर आप यहां पे देखें तो आईपी के ऊपर यानी नेटवर्क लेयर के ऊपर यहां पे ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर है, ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर है. तो ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर में टीसीपी प्रोटोकॉल भी हो सकता है, यूडीपी भी हो सकता है. तो किस प्रोटोकॉल को ये पैकेट दिया जाए, लाजमी तौर पे उसको दिया जाए जिसने ये, मिसाल तो अगर ये सोर्स है तो ये पैकेट अगर टीसीपी से इसको मिला है तो लाजमी तौर पे यहां भी नेटवर्क की लेयर जो है वो टीसीपी के हवाले करे. यूडीपी को दिया तो वो तो नहीं समझेगा, अगर यूडीपी को दिया तो वो तो नहीं समझेगा. तो इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट दैट इन द नेटवर्क लेयर देयर शुड बी अ फील्ड व्हिच इज प्रोटोकॉल, व्हिच शुड टेल दी network layer to give it to the to the TCP or to the UDP or to the ICMP. So for this field is very one of the important field protocol. Then is the header checksum. Ladies and gentlemen, header checksum is used for error checking. लाजमी तौर पे एक पैकेट यहां से सोर्स से चला है, इस सोर्स से चला है, डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचा, रास्ते में कहीं, यहां तो आपको मैंने डायरेक्ट बता दिया ना, लेकिन आपने अभी देखा है कि डायरेक्ट तो नहीं होता, रास्ते में 10 हॉप्स हो सकती हैं, 15 हॉप्स हो सकती हैं, ज्यादा हो सकती हैं, कम हो सकती हैं, तो कोई भी पैकेट खराब हो सकता है, करप्ट हो सकता है, उसकी कोई भी एक बिट या एक से ज्यादा बिट्स फ्लिप कर सकती हैं। तो इसके लिए कौन सी चीज चाहिए? कोई ऐसी फील्ड चाहिए जो कि ये चेक करे कि इसमें कोई तब्दीली तो नहीं आई, इसको कहते हैं चेकसम। तो ये सिर्फ चेकसम किसका करता है? हेडर का, कि हेडर में कोई तब्दीली तो नहीं आ गई, क्योंकि अगर हेडर में स्पेशली अगर सोर्स या डेस्टिनेशन एड्रेस में कोई तब्दीली आ गई तो फिर तो सोर्स अमेरिका की बजाय हो सकता है जर्मनी बन जाए, जर्मनी की बजाय हो सकता है स्वीडन बन जाए, स्वीडन की बजाय हो सकता है फिनलैंड बन जाए। लाजिमी तौर पे एक बिट से बहुत बड़ा चेंज आ सकता है। जैसे अभी आपने कुछ देर पहले देखा कि एक बिट भी यहाँ पे तब्दील कर दी जाए, मिसाल के तौर पे इस बिट को 1 से 0 कर दिया जाए, तो दिस 192 विल बिकम 128, कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट, कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट। तो इस वजह से checksum seems important. Then is the source address, which means if I am sending to you, most of the time I am sending you the packets. Since last approximately 1.5 hours, I am sending you the packet, so I am putting my IP address here, and I am putting your IP address here. Make sense? So these are the 20 bytes which I am adding with all the packets which are given by the transport layer to the network layer, and adding of these 20 bytes is called by the network layer is called encapsulation by the network layer. कुछ बात समझ आ रही है? Especially Laiba.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Is there any problem, Salman, or clear?
क्लियर
क्लियर है, गुड जी। अब एक आखिरी ये रह गया जो कि सेकंड वर्ड है, जिसके अंदर 3 फील्ड्स हैं, आइडेंटिफिकेशन, फ्लैग और फ्रैगमेंट ऑफसेट। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, ये काम आता है अगर कोई पैकेट बड़ा है और उसको रास्ते के दौरान, अभी आपने देखा कि डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड तो नहीं है, आप फेसबुक से, आप यूट्यूब से, आप जीमेल से, आप गूगल मीट से, आप वेबएक्स से, आप किसी से भी डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड नहीं है। आपकी ऑलवेज कम्युनिकेशन मल्टीपल हॉप्स के बाद डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचती है। तो जैसे मिसाल के तौर पे, अगर जैसे आपने अभी ये देखा कि मैं इन तमाम हॉप से गुजर के फेसबुक के पास पहुंच रहा हूं, अगर मैं मिसाल के तौर पे इन 2 हॉप्स के दौरान 2 और 3 के दरमियान मैं भेज रहा हूं पैकेट, कौन सा? वाईफाई का। लेट करें इन दोनों के दरमियान में वाईफाई की बजाय इथरनेट है, हमें क्या पता, इथरनेट हो सकता है। अब वाईफाई जो है वो अराउंड 2304 बाइट्स का पैकेट तक एक्सेप्ट करता है, 2304। वाईफाई जो है 1500 से ज्यादा नहीं, सॉरी इथरनेट 1500 से ज्यादा नहीं एक्सेप्ट करता। तो व्हाट नीड टू बी डन? ब्रेक इट into 2 or more parts. That phenomena is called fragmentation. That phenomenon is called fragmentation. And ladies and gentlemen, the job of this layer, this fields is to show that this packet has been, this packet or datagram has been splitted, fragmented. अगर नहीं है तो, अगर मतलब जरूरत नहीं है फ्रेगमेंट करने की, तो फिर इस फील्ड का कोई काम नहीं। अगर ये फ्रेगमेंटेड है तो ये बताएगा कि ये पहला फ्रेगमेंट है, ये दूसरा है, क्योंकि हो सकता है उसके 5 पीसेस बना दिए गए हो सकता है 3 बना दिए गए हो सकता है 6 बना दिए गए हो, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिस्टम। तो ये फ्रेगमेंट ऑफसेट ये बताता है कि क्या ये आखिरी है या इसके आगे और भी हैं। और फ्लैग ये बताता है कि क्या आपको फ्रेगमेंट की इजाजत है या नहीं है, और क्या इसके पीछे और इसके फ्रेगमेंट्स हैं या नहीं है। ये नंबर है फ्रेगमेंट ऑफसेट, और ये फ्लैग ये बताता है कि नहीं, ये अभी और भी बाकी हैं, अब इसको इकट्ठा मत करो। तो ये फील्ड इसकी फ्रेगमेंटेशन के लिए काम आती है, पूरा वर्ड 32 बिट्स। तो यूं ये मैंने आपको पूरा का पूरा 32 बाइट्स का, सॉरी 20 बाइट्स का हेडर समझा दिया, जिसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सोर्स और डेस्टिनेशन का एड्रेस है। सोर्स और डेस्टिनेशन का एड्रेस है। सो कल इंशाल्लाह हम अगला टॉपिक स्टार्ट करेंगे, जिसकी काफी डिटेल मैं आपको पहले ही बता चुका हूं, आईपी एड्रेसिंग बेसिक्स। क्लियर एवरीवन? Do you have any question, ladies and gentlemen?
क्लियर है सर।
Shabash. What about you, Laiba?
No, sir.
Clear every?
Yes.
Nice. So I stop here, and inshallah we will meet again tomorrow, and we will continue from topic 6.3. Clear? So if you don't have any question, I will say Allah Hafiz to all of you, and see you inshallah tomorrow.